Hello, everybody. Welcome into another edition of Talking Fitchburg on this November 11th. It's a Wednesday. Happy Veterans Day, everybody, and glad you're here with us at Talking Fitchburg. I'm in the TF studios today, out of the house. Had some work to do, including covering today's drive-up event down at the Fitchburg Senior Center for the Veterans Day. Couldn't do the program this year, so we went to the alternative, and they set up this cool drive-up program. And in fact, we're going to take you out to that program today on the show. Coming up in our guest segment, we also have your Fitchburg Road construction update as well. Andrew, be prepared to talk. I've got questions for you. We had some storms move through the area yesterday. When is the last time you remember in November having a tornado watch?
I couldn't tell you.
I don't know of it at all. I'm sure there is. Didn't look it up. To be fair, didn't look it up. But that weather was very interesting. And I tried, Andrew, yesterday during the day.
Mm-hmm.
Went out, did some quick grocery shopping in the afternoon. Figured it was a little bit lighter crowd. Try to beat the rain.
Mm-hmm.
Rain was moving just a little bit faster than I thought it was. So went in, it was fine. Came out.
Pouring.
Got soaked.
Got to get a little wet.
Yep. Everybody at the grocery store is like, you're not going to want to go out there. And I can just see it just raining cats and dogs. And I'm like, oh, man. I was like, I had a meeting with you guys at 3, and I was like, I got to get going. So I just hauled through that rain, and I was going to drop that on my body that wasn't wet from all that rain coming down. I did bring my jacket along, so that was a plus. But man, was that a wet day, double punch there of storms. And luckily, because of the rain that happened earlier in the day, it actually, from what I heard from the meteorologist, quote me on this, I suppose, but that it actually lessened the impact of actually having storms hit the area, at least up here in Dane County. So for what it's worth, versus down where the actual heavy thunderstorms, basically, how many times has Rockford been hit this year, by the way? Oh my goodness. They have had like Rockford, Beloit, Jane, all of those, and then to the east has just been nailed this year. And they took a hit, and I saw Racine and Walworth, I believe, had tornado warnings. I haven't seen any data come up that said there was, but a confirmed tornado. But dang, that was a powerful system moving through. And then they afterwards, like, you knew the cold weather was coming, but it came with like super strong winds. And it's one of those where you could it's just howling outside, Now we live in the flight path of the Dane County Regional Airport, which I love. I'm a big plane guy. So, anybody who knows me is like, oh, that's a perfect spot for this guy. and so normally I can hear the planes coming in, but because of the roar of with the trees around us and stuff, all I could hear was just the wind, just a roar, and nothing blew away. But I don't know, how was it? I was out in the Bamlet barn.
Yeah, so we did have a lot of wind down here. We do have cornfields on both sides of us, so wind's got a lot of area to just go, and nothing blew away here either, which was good. Definitely windy though. We were worried about my boat is outside at the moment while we're getting it ready to go to the storage, but it stayed where it was, and so did the cover. Cover didn't come off either, so that's a good thing. So
if it comes off the trailer, you got a problem.
Yeah,
that's one thing. Cover, I guess those are meant to break.
Yeah,
but yeah, that's it definitely just was it was definitely windy. And I watched some video from Rockford of showing the storm coming in, and you could see the line of heavy precip hail and heavy winds. They were on a waterway as it was coming in, and it was just like a blanket. Like, as soon as all of their patio furniture went whoop.
It's gone. Jeez.
So, again, just crazy stuff. And just like a snap of a finger, as we were all expecting, we welcomed in winter this morning. And standing outside at the drive up today was a little bit cooler than the last couple of days. That's the hard part when you have to make that transition. And definitely flipped on the heat last night in the Crosby household. I'm sure Bamlet Barn, too, had to light it up. We've got a busy show for you, and we'll get into your headlines here as we work through this Veterans Day. And thank you to all veterans. I guess I do want to say that. I'm not saying I guess. I want to say that. Thank you to all the veterans out there, for everybody who served in our great military. I've got a brother that served for many years and appreciated him. He went to Iraq, came back, and just glad that there's men and women out there that want to serve and help protect us day in and day out every day. And it's hard on the families when they're out serving and or doing their duties. But thank you to everyone out there. This day is for you, and I hope you get to be with your loved ones today. And for those that are serving right now, thank you for your duty. Again, coming up, we'll talk about the drive up for our vets today down at the senior center here in just a little bit of time. All right, we jump right into COVID-19 testing in the city of Fitchburg, approved last night in public safety. And basically, Fitchburg Family Pharmacy is offering free COVID-19 testing. This testing is by appointment only. It's Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 12 to 5 p.m. It says here that they have expanded their hours for peak demand, so check for availability regularly. And these are 5-minute time slots. When you do check this in, you can use that QR code too to scan in to get to the website, or again, set up an appointment through their website. Probably the fastest and easy way to do that. But nice to have testing right here in the city of Fitchburg. And speaking of COVID-19, you just learned that someone tested positive for COVID-19. Well, what do you do next, right? How do you figure out if you considered a close contact? And what do you do if you are? Well, if you are within 6 feet of someone for 15 minutes, that is considered close contact. Keep in mind, time is cumulative, so this could mean 3 to 5 minute instances during the day that could count as your 15 minutes there. This is true even if people are outside or wearing masks. If you have close contact with someone who tests positive, it is important to quarantine for 14 days and to make sure that you don't spread the disease to others. And this graphic up here going through just that, the close contact. And again, whether you're next to somebody for 15 minutes who has it, or you cross paths with that person in 5-minute intervals, could mean that you may have been exposed, and for sure a close contact. And I'll say, I took the kiddos to the dentist today, and everywhere you go for healthcare, and a lot of places might take your temperature and then ask you, have you been exposed to COVID-19? Well, this might be, I was thinking of this graphic today that, if you are exposed, you definitely gotta, think about this poster. And then also make sure if you do get in close range, make sure you continue to follow the health guidelines there at the bottom. All right, got a couple of updates for you in the solid waste collection. We have the rates now for next year. That was ahead of last night's budget discussions. Fitchburg or solid waste collection in Fitchburg rates here for next year at a cost of approximately $399,500 for the year 2021. Approximately 5,775 homes will be charged for weekly curbside refuse collection, recycling collection every other week, 4 yard waste collections, and 14 brush collections for 2021. It's approximately 3,766 apartments and condominiums who will also be charged for brush and holiday tree collection services for the 2021 year. And those charges are as followed. All units presently served by the city's solid waste collection contract shall be charged the amount of $209 per unit to include the collection of refuse, recycling, yard waste, and brush in 2021. All apartment and condominium units not on private streets, which are not served by the city contract, shall be charged the amount of $6.40 per unit to pay for the 2021 brush and holiday tree collection costs. Also, part of this is Purple Cow will now have the contract. It's Purple Cow Organics will have the contract for brush and yard waste processing services for 2021 through 2023. And it says here, Purple Cow Organics LLC is a local company that can accept Fitchburg's quantity of these materials and process them into their compost for local sale, which is pretty cool. By Fitchburg Common Council, they approved this contract for 2021 through 2023 for brush and yard waste processing at the Purple Cow Organics LLC. That's going to start again in 2021. Pelletari's been collecting all of that up to this point, so we'll give you the details when that starts next year. Also, Take Home Tuesday. Fitchburg Public Library started this with some Halloween crafts, and now they're going to do it every Tuesday, which is just so cool. So starting Tuesday, November 17th, and pick up your fun Take Home Tuesday activity bag. Take and make activity bags are for children ages 2 to 5 and 6 to 12. They will be available outside the library main entrance every Tuesday starting at 10 a.m. Please limit 1 bag per child while supplies last. And we've got an update here on a burglary that took place last night. Not update, but it had happened. And here it is on this morning. Excuse me. Approximately 1:31 a.m., Fitchburg police officers responded to Capital Petro gas station located at 2770 South Sain Road for an intrusion alarm. Officers arrived on scene to find the gas station had been burglarized. Officers learned that 2 suspects entered the gas station and stole cigarettes and cash. The suspects have not been identified. However, the investigation is ongoing. Fitchburg Police was assisted by the Town of Madison Police Department and the Madison Police Department. We got a couple of suspect descriptions here. First suspect, a male wearing a gray shirt and blue jeans. Second suspect description is a male wearing black sweatshirt and black pants. Anyone with information regarding this incident is encouraged to call the Fitchburg Police Department. That number is 270-4300 or Madison Area Crime Stoppers at 266-6014. Finally, today in the headlines, wanted to let you know that the DMV is giving a new extension for drivers over the age of 60. Yeah. The Wisconsin Department of Transportation Division of Motor Vehicle, that's DMV, recognizes the elevated health risk to drivers over 60 during this pandemic and has granted them an extension until January 21st of 2021 to visit the DMV to renew their driver's license with no late fee. While drivers over the age of 65 are required to renew in person, a DMV visit need to not take too long. DMV offers these tips to reduce the time it takes to renew a driver's license. Use the driver's license guide to fill out in the form and submit it electronically. Make an appointment through the driver's license guide. Tell your concerns to the DMV customer service representative when checking in. And it's made the decision to restrict all in-person transaction. DMV Customer Service Center are open only for insurance of Wisconsin driver's licenses and identification cards. So allow qualified drivers ages 18 to 64 to renew their driver's license online at the website listed on your screen. Allow parents to verify the teen eligibility and complete the road test waiver so fewer people are in the DMV. And then limited number of customers within the DMV allow space in the lobby for social distancing. Require staff to wear protective gear and install protective plastic barriers. I've seen those; they're up there, and they've got plenty of sanitizer at the facility and sanitizing it regularly. So they're doing their part to protect you when you do head out for getting stuff done at the DMV. And again, just want to make sure that you know that you had the extension there for you seniors. All right, that does it for our headlines. Coming up next, we open up our digest. We have your Fitchburg road construction update. That's next right here on Talking Fitchburg.
So how was work?
It was 1,300 hours. My math class from 302 was in the trenches. Davy Roth had it the worst. Fractions were coming at him left and right. He just didn't get the damn things.
2 days ago, I tried to teach him what 1/4 of 1/2 was using different sizes of blocks.
Yesterday, I tried again by dividing up pizza. Both missions failed.
Oh no.
But today, I was ready. I created a combat math game where the only way to beat the enemy is to out-fraction them. Davy conquered every last denominator.
My game was so successful, the principal is deploying it to math squadrons all over the school.
Anywho, how was your day?
Oh, today my boss treated the office to salad wraps.
Salad wraps.
I know.
see on page 4 that the projections need to be flood. Next Thursday?
Seriously? Thursday? Can't do that.
This is really inconvenient.
I have yoga that day.
I have no time for this.
So,
I can't do Thursday, but I can do Friday.
Disasters don't plan ahead. You can. Talk to your loved ones about how you're going to be ready in an emergency. Don't wait. Communicate.
You're the engine that makes all things go, and you're always in disguise, my hero. I see your light in the dark, smile in my face when we all know it's hard. You're doing a good job, a good job. You're doing a good job, don't get too down. The world needs you now, know that you matter, matter.
Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Joining me today is your Director of the Public Works, Bill Balke. Bill, I wasn't sure if you're going to be on today, but I'm glad you're here. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Just taking a little time off and decided to come in and take some time with you too.
I can't believe on your day off, you invited me in to your household to do a construction update. We appreciate it.
No problem.
Let's get right to it. We had a traffic switch up there. Talk about the new traffic pattern on Fish Hatchery Road.
Yeah, we're going to be starting up with Greenway Cross. So starting Thursday morning, you'll be able to travel all the way through there. They're finishing up some painting and stuff today. And then toward the end of this week, beginning of next week, the week of the 16th, they're going to be starting to take up all the barrels on the main line there to get that opened up to traffic as well.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. And your roundabout work too at Agaman and Beltline Frontage Road, how's that looking?
Pretty good. I think we got some photos for everybody to take a look at from above, and hopefully that'll be a good improvement for the area to be able to get through that area safely.
Yeah, that has a lot of had a lot of traffic going through there. A lot of people use it, unfortunately, in turnaround situations. So I think the roundabout was the best solution for that area. So that coming along really nice. As far as looking ahead here for wrapping things up, it said here that you guys are trying to condense things to wrap up for the season. What do we have left before we shut it down?
We just got to finish up some line striping. We're going to do some more landscape concrete in the median up there, finish that up, get that buttoned up as far as restoration. Then they're going to be opening that back up to traffic. The last part of it would be the traffic signals. They are going to remain temporary over the winter just because of the material supplies got delayed. So we won't be able to get the new signals up there until early spring. So that's something that we're going to tackle first thing in the spring. But, you should be able to get through there okay through the winter.
Well, that's good to hear. Was there any significant delays because of COVID-19 this year as far as the project goes, or was it right on track?
It was pretty much on track. As I mentioned throughout the history, we've had some issues with utility conflicts that we had to work around. Those were pretty complex to resolve. But as far as COVID, we just did have some materials that were impacted, like the traffic signals, delays on that countrywide. So,
yeah, no, glad to hear that at least for the most part did stay on track. And yeah, we did talk about that during the update on some of those utility moves or significant fines, if you will. But we'll leave that aside and jump over to the other project wrapping up as well. Tell us what's going on McKee Road.
McKee, you should see most of the barrels starting to disappear this week. They might have a little bit of work around some of the intersections. So we'll have it open to 4 lanes of traffic, both in each direction, or 2 lanes in each direction. But there may be some barrels here and there to finish up some of the pavement and things like that, sidewalks.
A question on the landscaping as we do wrap up, and we got this bonus warm weather, so hopefully some of that seed comes in. But as far as landscaping goes, is there a point where does that crew come back and do more landscaping next year if things don't grow? We're kind of in that weird end of construction season. I've always wondered what do they do with trying to get that back to its new state, I guess, of green grass or whatever is going to be there.
Sure. When it's colder like this, they do a dormant seeding, so it really doesn't grow this fall. And then in the spring, it will perk up and everything will come through. And if there's areas that didn't, they'll go back in and touch those up.
Yeah, I think that's an interesting little tidbit, because I always see that. You see a lot of construction projects wrapping up, and I see them laying seed down. I'm like, what are you doing? But makes a lot of sense. Any other updates on any other projects, Bill?
No, I think we pretty much wrapped up everything for the season. Right now, we've just got some subdivision work over at Stoner Prairie, second edition, and then Terra Vesta is also going. So those will be wrapping up. They'll be going on through the winter.
Yeah, well, next time we be talking to you, maybe we'll be talking snowplows or something.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, Bill, thank you so much for jumping in with us today, and we'll check back in with you real soon. Maybe not this year, but sometime soon.
All right, sounds good.
All right, we appreciate Bill Balke stepping in here and giving us an update. And if we have any more updates, we will certainly pass those on from Bill. And appreciate all of your hard work, dude. We definitely have had a lot of fun this year, given the updates and heckling them too, just a little bit, just a tiny bit. All right, we'll take a quick break. More to come. We can't let them talk. You're watching Talking Fitchburg.
I expected it to be a lot easier.
I thought it was going to be a piece of cake. I didn't know what step to take next.
I was transitioning from the military.
I was a vehicle gunner.
An avionics specialist.
I was an MP, military police.
My friends thought I could do anything.
I missed my unit, my family.
Playing with my daughter, I felt like a stranger.
I was overwhelmed.
I couldn't sleep.
I just wanted to be by myself.
I didn't have a clear sense of what to do next.
I was too proud. And then I thought, if I'm going through this, other veterans have gone through it too,
right?
I started to open up.
And it made a huge difference.
So I reached out, and I saw that I wasn't alone.
Because before I was able to take on my next mission, I had to take on just taking care of myself.
To find purpose.
We are not alone. Other veterans have transitioned from the military and overcome mental health challenges. Visit maketheconnection.net.
If you love them enough to suck the snot out of their nose at 4 a.m., then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the-right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg at the guest segment. And today we take you out to the Veterans Day Drive Up. Yeah, it was held at the Fitchburg Senior Center this morning. And our veterans showed up nice and early to pick up a sweet meal and a big thank you. Take a look.
Today we are celebrating Veterans Day a little bit differently. We are doing a drive-by event. Thank you to Pizza Ranch in Verona for supplying us with a lovely chicken dinner for our veterans, and also a big thanks to our Fitchburg Senior Center friends who are paying for all the meals for the veterans and a significant other, like they do every year. This year it's just a little different because you have to drive by and pick it up. So anyway, it's a way to honor our veterans like we always do. I miss not being able to do our program with the Fitchburg Singers like we do in the Oak Hall room, but this is something that we can do during these weird times. And we're so happy that Eagle School students participated again this year like they have the last, 10 years or so, doing the Poppy posters based on the poem In Flanders Field. And so thank you, 5th and 6th grade Eagle School students for these wonderful posters, and also soon you will see on our website a wonderful video that they made reading the poem, which is something they always do. And so that's what we're doing today. So we're excited to see some folks. We've got the drive-by starting, as you can see, some of the people are already coming. And then we're also delivering a lot of meals to those veterans that are homebound. So we've got some volunteers coming. So I think we ordered maybe 65 meals today. So not too bad. And the sun's out. Obviously, you know, we're here to honor older adults, and this is a really important day. And, you know, years ago, when I started 25 years ago, we had tons of World War II vets. And so, you know, I think a lot of focus was on those veterans, and now there's still a lot of vets out there that we need to recognize. And so our push next year definitely will be Vietnam veterans in the Korean War, because, you know, these are an important part of our history, and not just the senior center, but we all need to be recognizing the service, and that all ages do. Certainly we get our older folks that come to the senior center, but, you know, we would be happy to give any veteran a meal because, you know, they've earned it and they deserve it. Really, almost since we kicked this off, I think maybe May was the first one, and it's just, they've been so great as a way to connect with our people that we haven't seen all year. And for staff to be able to come out and have a focus for that day other than worrying about COVID, and they've been fun and entertaining, and we've had costumes, and again, thank you to the Fitchburg Senior Center Friends that supply all of a lot of the foods that we give away, the cookies and the donuts and ice cream, and so anyway, it's just been a wonderful way to connect. And we hope to do another one in December, so watch for information about that. Just a big thank you to all of our veterans. We're thinking about you. We appreciate your service. No matter how old you are, we are very grateful, and so we are happy we have this day to honor you.
There you have it. I want to thank everybody down at the Fitchburg Senior Center for putting on a great event, and also the friends of the Fitchburg Senior Center who paid for this event. They always pay for the meal every year, but pretty cool to still have something to give to the veterans and their significant other. And again, thank you to all the veterans out there. We appreciate everything you have done or currently are doing. Whatever the case may be, we appreciate it, and we'll always remember what you have done for our country. We'll take a quick break, wrap up the show next. Just watching TF.
You could be spreading the coronavirus without realizing you have it. So follow guidance from authorities where you live and do your part. It's important to limit in-person interaction with anyone outside of your immediate household, but phone and video chat are safe ways to connect. It's also important to limit any social gathering. This advice applies to people of any age, including teens and younger adults. Visit coronavirus.gov for the latest information.
After you joined our family, it was like, I really do feel complete now.
Our hearts are made stronger by how we treat others.
Put her there.
The light you share can impact those around you, but so can the darkness.
Later, twerps. Did Pete saying mean things bother you?
So when you reach out to another person, take a moment to consider how they will feel and let your heart be the key to making a difference. Because of you, someone's entire day, year, or even life can change.
In every heart, there's hope.
We're all just trying to keep things running for those who rely on us.
Ready!
That's why we don't have time to be sick with the flu. And especially this year, no one has time to get sick. Get a flu shot for yourself and those around you too.
Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg, wrapping up the show for the day. I want to thank Bill Balke for stepping in and giving us the construction update and the Fitchburg Senior Center as well. Thank you again to all veterans out there. We appreciate you.